So it would usually take me like 3 to 4 weeks to finish a song before starting industry set. And now, yeah, like I just know what to do. There's like not much thinking like really involved. I can just let like that flow state take me. I didn't think it was possible to like do that many. And I just continuing, if I finished one, I was like, yeah, I'll just go and do another one.
Oh
And I
yeah,
was just like I definitely got the speed of things
yeah,
now.
absolutely. So that was like in 1 week, or
Yeah.
oh wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
you
it
were
was it, it
so
was
you were
mainly Thursday through Saturday
right.
that I
So
did those three.
so there was only one song due, but you made five basically.
Four.
Much or four.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, four, four, yeah,
Was
four.
was that because you were like trying to just get like see like which was the best track and then go all in on that one, or?
Um, I wanted to just I don't know. I'm having more fun making music than I am going out, to be honest.
Nice. That's a good thing. That's the best way to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And I
yeah.
feel like I'm actually like doing something. If I'm going out, I'm usually just like I'm not even socializing. I'm just like dancing, and that's what I mean. So it's
You're
like, I
thinking
might as
about
well.
finishing a song at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's actually very common to have this kind of feeling after semester two, because it's like it's a lot of hard work you have to do, but like when you finish it you're like, holy fuck, I actually did all that shit, and like now you've seen the actual outcome of like, wow, I'm really fast now, and like I
Yeah.
do better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I didn't think it was possible to like do that many. And I just continuing, if I finished one, I was like, yeah, I'll just go and do another one.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was just yeah, so I was like, wow, I did four. I was like, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Where do you feel like the speed and quality was before this semester?
So it would usually take me like 3 to 4 weeks to finish a song before starting industry set. And now, yeah, like I just know what to do. There's like not much thinking like really involved. I can just let like that flow state take me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So now you're doing like, pretty much like multiple 80-90% tracks, or even like a full one as well, fully done. That's awesome. That's a really big
Yeah.
improvement. So, and also it sounds like you've got like the fun back into producing more than ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would rather just keep producing instead of, doing something
What,
else really.
why do you feel like it's more fun now than before?
Um, I know what to do. I'm not like constantly scrolling through my presets like, oh, is this a good sound? I can just go and make it.
Mhm.
I make what would sound actually good with that song.
So it's like gamified almost now. Like you can, what's in your head, and you know how to put it down and get like you get the
Mhm.
satisfaction of being able to be happy with it and done with it.
Exactly that.
Oh yeah. And so with like the quality standpoint, like what do you think you like benefit the most this semester specifically in terms of like the coaching?
Quality wise, I'm making stuff that I'm actually enjoying. Like even in semester one, I was still kind of like hesitant about like my sound and what like I was putting out there.
Mm,
And I wasn't like good enough for me. But now I'm like, I actually can like be proud of what I'm making.
awesome. I like to pass somebody on different coaches each semester because each coach
Mhm.
is going to have like a different perspective. What do you feel like you got out of Callum versus Ari? I'm curious, like what was the kind of differences there?
It was definitely good with like, yeah, having both of them. Callum definitely like in the mixing and mastering, which I wasn't really that great at. Like he
Mm,
was able to be, tell me how my kick wasn't like going through and everything. When with Ariel's, it was about the actual creation of sounds. So
mm.
it's kind of cool to like see like two different, minds like helping me and what I'm having trouble with.
Absolutely, yeah. Every
Yeah.
instructor has like their different strengths. So yeah, I
Hmm.
noticed as well. Like Callum's like really good at like getting people to get their like drums and like sidechain and everything like that, like
Hmm.
perfect in the first place, and picking the right sounds and building up the sound design, and as well as the mix master stuff. So that's great to hear.
Pretty much kind of what I've been doing is just making it to how I feel at that moment, like with my music and letting like my those emotions actually steer where the song's going. And so yeah, because back then it would more so be kind of like constantly looking at a reference and like not like fully recreating it, but trying to sound like that song.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you have the technical knowledge where like if you sit down and
To
wanted to
yeah,
create something, you
take
can.
the reins for myself and
Right.
actually create something. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So speed's there, quality is there. Obviously, you've got like the confidence as well, and like moving forward with the production. Was there
Mhm.
like a almost like turning point throughout the program? Like, was there a certain moment you were like, ah, like everything is like starting to make sense now? Was it in like semester one or was it in semester two?
Um, Definitely in semester two, just because it was more creating like my own stuff
Right.
and just like the mass of projects you had to do.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's just like you keep like having to do things and you just find stuff out and you like just keep finding all these things out
yeah. Hell yeah.
every single week, and it's like experimenting pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting those reps
Yeah.
in, getting those reps in is so important. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really start to identify like what you really want to do, like with your production, because you're getting so much like opportunity to experiment and take risks. And like at the
Mhm.
end of the day, it's like it's about taking risks. Like that's what's going to make you stand out more than anything else. Like
Yeah.
the analogy I like to always say is that like me and you, let's say we could have the same technical ability, like word for word, but we would still make completely different music because of our taste. So
Mhm.
in terms of like, having a unique sound, it's really coming down to like how do you develop the taste more? It's like taking more risks. So when you're making tracks, it's like how do I be more authentically myself and not trying to sound like, oh, well, everybody makes like drops like this, so I'm gonna make a drop like that. Like,
Exactly.
referencing's good for the technical side, but like now that you have the technical knowledge to like make what you have in your head, now when you want to do some unique idea that you're like, oh, what if I do it like this? You could actually do
Mhm.
it. Like that's the main thing. Like now that you have the knowledge, you can now take more risks. So you know how to make the risks, right?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was one that I just kind of did. I was actually in the group call right before this.
Okay.
And with that song, I wanted to like kind of in the first part, kind of like do with automations and like left and right automations, not like too extreme.
Yeah.
But it was just like it sounds cool and I never really like hear that. So I was like, oh
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of like the program, I also just had a question for you. If anyone was watching this part of this video and was curious about industry set, but like were on the fence about joining, what would you say to them based on the experience you've had so far?
I mean, if you're serious about actually having a career in music and you want to actually like level up your skills, then this is definitely like the place to be. I've taken two other courses. I don't know if I should name them. Do you want me to?
That's all good.
Okay. But it was just pre-recorded videos and those are nice, but they're not helping everybody. And like some of those videos are gonna, might be gold, but that's maybe like 10%. And then like you don't get the questions that you have right away. And it's industry sets great because on those one-on-one calls, you're actually gonna get all the information you need at that time.